Hello there people, my name is Sho and welcome to another episode of Game Things. First up on the list, we're going to talk about the new game service subscription for Xbox. Xbox console owners now have the option to purchase the Ubisoft Plus subscription, which will cost you $18 per month. So before we get into it, let's look at what we're getting for the money. Aside from the company's core franchise, namely Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Tom Clancy's, The Crew, and other comparatively smaller titles like Uno, Monopoly, Rayman, etc., subscribers also get day one access to the new upcoming game releases. So if we're talking about making the most out of your money, and with all the reasonings to be made based on the fact that you actually want to play the titles from the franchise that we have just mentioned, this subscription only makes sense to a few groups of people out there, which include number 1, those who binge their games in a month as much as possible. Number 2, those who doesn't care about games ownership, let it be digital or physical. Number 3, those who don't already have Xbox Game Pass because I believe some of the games are actually in the Game Pass. Number 4, people who really love the franchise and haven't already played them all because I don't know, they love it so much that they didn't bother to play it even after years since it was released. And the list goes on. And I know it's easy to criticize something without giving it much thought, especially on the internet, which is why I'm trying to approach this in a thorough and thought out manner. I personally think that this product makes sense only if you make use of it in a very specific manner, which is to take full advantage of that 1-month subscription by finishing at least 2 major titles within the month, and if possible, subscribe it only when it's getting close to a new game release from Ubisoft, because that way you get to play 2 older games and experience or possibly finish your 3rd game, which could very well be the latest release at the time. Which then leads me to another side of the story, and I'm going to keep it short by saying, if you're not any kind of the person that was mentioned previously, don't even think about it. This is not for you, go stop. Up next, I would like to point you towards an upcoming open world vampire themed first-person shooter. It is Redfall, developed by Arcane Studios, the developer known for its works on games like Prey, Dishonored franchise, and Deathloop. In Redfall, players can enjoy the campaign in both single-player and multiplayer mode. In multiplayer mode, while the gear and EXP acquired will all be delivered to each of the players in a session, you know that only the session's host will be able to advance through the game's story, which makes it a little bleh if you wish to progress through the story playing with your friends. One last note, to those who are planning to play the game on their Xbox consoles, the game will be kept at quality mode, which is a 30 frames per second experience at launch to you Xbox gamers out there on May 2nd, 2023. However, Bethesda did share that a 60 frames per second performance mode patch will be made available down the road with no specific dates mentioned. And because I'm not Bethesda, we make things obvious here. It is now the time for some flash news. To many out there who are waiting for the release of Final Fantasy XVI, which is happening in June 2023, we now have a 25 minutes long official 4K presentation gameplay from Sony's State of Play, which we will provide a link down below. And a quick reminder, you will need a PlayStation 5 to play the game at launch, at least for the first 6 months of the game's release. Here's an official game review trailer from the publisher EA. Immortals of Aveum is a magic, spell-based first-person shooter developed by Ascendant Studios, releasing on 20th of July 2023 for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and PC. In fact, since you're here, might as well check out this 12 minutes video from the developer themselves on the origins of Ascendant Studios and Immortals of Aveum. It is an interesting video to check out. Moving on, it is about that time again we hear about a new Monster Hunter game again. Although not quite the kind of game that I was expecting, because this time it is a mobile game called Monster Hunter Now, a new collaboration between Capcom and Niantic. I'm certainly curious about the flash that these two companies can make for a game like this. I mean, I can only imagine playing Monster Hunter in portrait mode. That is a brand new experience indeed. And so, to those who wish to participate in their closed beta tests, which are limited to 10,000 participants, do register your interest via the game's website at monsterhunternow.com. The closed beta will begin on 25th of April 2023, and the official launch of the game is expected to land in the month of September this year. Then, we have something that is even more surprising to me when I first read it. Sega, out of every gaming company out there, is setting to acquire the Finnish company Rovio, better known for its previous hit mobile game franchise Angry Birds. This acquisition is expected to go through by the end of September 2023 and for approximately $775 million US dollars. If I were to see things from an outsider perspective, I really don't understand why would Sega spend $1/3 billion to acquire a limping company. However, from Sega's perspective, they see that mobile gaming is a growing market and they would like to use Rovio's expertise in the mobile gaming industry to bring spotlights on Sega's own intellectual property, like Sonic the Hedgehog, to the mobile game industry in a major way. And it is not all for the benefits of Sega, as the company will also help Rovio further branch out Rovio's IPs on other platforms outside of mobile gaming. And here's a handful of quick mentions that I would like to run you down. We have a new expansion from the Warframe franchise. It is Warframe The Duviri Paradox, launching next week on 26th of April 2023 on all available platforms. And you can check out the 3 minutes long cinematic trailer with the link provided down below. Blizzard had confirmed that Diablo 4 has gone gold. The game is now done with its development phase and is ready to be mass produced. Target release date of June 6, 2023 on the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And to those who are playing Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake on PC in recent days, you might have realized that the ray tracing options are gone without prior notice. On Twitter, Capcom did tweet it via its Resident Evil account, stating that they are well aware of the issue and are working on it as of this recording. Then we now know that there is this upcoming competitive multiplayer game based on the fictional sports popularized by the Harry Potter novels. The game title is Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. The things that we have to share about this game is as barebone as the webpage itself, showing only the sign-up window to register for the upcoming playtests. As for game delays, the release date of Amnesia the Bunker is pushed back by a week and will now release on 23rd of May 2023, according to this tweet from the developer and publisher Frictional Games. Finally, despite having its official co-op gameplay revealed about a month ago, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been officially delayed to February 2nd, 2024. As for the reasons, according to the tweet from developer Rocksteady Studios, they would want more time to further work on the game to deliver the best quality experience for players out there. Coming to the game releases of this week. Can't believe I'm actually talking about this in 2023. Minecraft Legends is a new action strategy game with exploration, multiplayer support, resource finding, and all the good stuffs inherited from the original Minecraft game. I'm not sure how this game will turn out to be at the time of this recording, considering there isn't much differentiation between this and the OG Minecraft that I know. And just a quick add-on, I personally like Minecraft Dungeon as a dungeon crawler, and to know if Minecraft Legends would turn out to be a good one or a pass, you can already check out the game as it is released on 18th of April 2023 for the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Next, Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC is finally out on 19th of April 2023. The DLC file size between 15 to 20 GB. Players who wish to experience the additional content that comes with the new area and experience in the untamed wilds of Los Angeles can now make their purchase on the PlayStation Store. And this game coming out on a Nintendo Switch is something that I've been waiting for a while. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. You can be new to it, but trust me, once you put your hands on a game, it is hard to let go until you finish the mission. And then it gets even harder to resist if you press on to the campaign itself, especially to those grid-based tactical RPG lovers out there. Well, it could be potential bias as well, since this is the game that I love playing since I was a kid. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp is releasing on 21st of April 2023 for the Nintendo Switch. Last on the list, it is the game that many have been long waiting for. Dead Island 2 is finally coming to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X and Series S, as well as PC, all on 21st of April 2023. Unfortunately, upon unlocking the co-op feature once you reach Emma's mansion, which is about 20 to 30 minutes into the game, we now know that PS4 and Xbox One console owners will not be able to host the 3-player co-op session, at least not at launch. Also, do take note that the game doesn't have crossplay support, so do pick your preferred platform of choice wisely. As for the free games for this week, on the Epic Games Store, Beyond Blue gives you a single-player narrative experience whereby you'll be taken into the deep ocean, exploring wonders and unbounded mysteries within. Another game that is also made available for free is Never Alone. This is an indie platformer that portrays the epic journey of Nuna and the Fox. This can be played alone or in two players co-op mode, with each of the player having their own unique traits and skills to help each other push through the puzzles and obstacles along their journey. Start claiming both of the free games on 20th of April 2023 and latest by April 27, 2023. Also, if you like the old school turn-based puzzle game, Desktop Dungeons is free on Steam until 26th of April 2023. Can't say much about a game that I've not played myself, but a free game is a free game nonetheless. And that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Game Things. Do give this video a like if you enjoyed the episode, subscribe and click on the bell so that YouTube can notify you on our future release and uploads.